Hi guys, this is Abdurrahman Gilal, and in this video I'll tell you that if you're working with forms and you needed to upload certain types of files, then how you're gonna basically handle them. I will have another video on files, but I will give you just a brief way about which you can interact with files in this video. So when I say about files, you should understand what is file about. So first of all, when I am working with PHP or any sort of programming languages, usually they are loaded into the memory. So the data that I have is volatile. What it means is that when I close my form, it just goes off, right? So this is called memory. So random access memory or different types of memory that are in the processor. But sometimes when I want to keep the data for longer run, I usually work with files. So there are different types of file. We've been working like file allocation system. The databases are also sort of files. So in here, because they are on type of media that is like a non-volatile, which means they keep things for longer run. So usually we call them a secondary memory, and the primary memory is a volatile. As soon as we close the program, everything goes off. So a lot of times people, when they want to take data from you, they want to store on files. So, and sometimes they ask you to provide them any special kind of data, such as your photos, such as your transcripts. So all those things usually happens through the file. So how we gonna deal such things in programming language, especially working with PHP? So that's why like I thought to give you a brief explanation about the files in forms, because most of the times these type of files, for example, photos and transcripts, these are used into the forms. So I have already prepared a simple, give me a second. Yeah. So I have prepared a program called program upload to. So you see in here, I have nothing but just your name and upload a file. Right. So I'm going to show you that I have this simple HTML program where I have title is file upload. So here you can see file upload. And then I have two fields. One field is called text, which is of username, and the other text is the field name is called file, which means that you are working with files now. And the name and type is, sorry, name and ID is file. And that's required, which means that if you do not give it, it's not gonna basically let you to go further on. So let's see, I am writing my name. My name is Abdulrahman, and I am uploading any file, such as I am uploading this index.php. So sorry about that. Yeah, as soon as, okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so I upload, so it goes on upload files. So I do not have anything on upload files. So here we're gonna basically work. So let's say I'm taking my name first. So which usually we know that if we are working with PHP in order to receive the data, we use the global variables. So let's say I have say username, sorry. So username is the name that basically comes for the person that is working with with the or with that system that we are working on. Okay, so now if you're working with the file, so I'm going to make a name like file and dollar, and then you have to work with files. Okay, here you have to give a name that you have written there in HTML form. So let's say here I have said file, and this one is the username. So both of them have been received here. Let's say if it works fine and all, you see that this works fine, and it shows an array because file always is a composite type. It's not easy to be shown like that way. You have so many ways by which you can see. One of the ways is that you can see file like var dump. So any type of variables are coming from which are composite variables. They can be shown through var dump or print underscore r. You can also go with like print underscore r, so they can help you to print out everything that is there in the array. Let's just run in and see that do we have, you see it's a little bit complex things, but we're gonna see that we have name, which means that if we wanted to access the name, we can, the file name is index.php, full path, and it tells you where exactly that is. So if you see that temporary name, which tells you that from where it's actually coming, so it's coming from particular, location. That's where we're not talking more about. Full path also is index.php, and this information is not too, I'm not going to explain in too detail, but I'm just going to tell you that we can print out this how. So let's say that if I wanted to print out the name of the file that has come from user, so I'm gonna like write dollar underscore, sorry, file, and here in these square brackets, I'm gonna put the name. So if I put the name, it's different. If I put the, temp name is different. So like here, Abdul Rahman is my name, which is, sorry about that, which is the name that I have taken from the user while asking them to give me a file. So it's like this. So you see the file name is index.pht and username is Abdul Rahman. So we know that, okay, so first of all, is that you directly want to upload the content? So I would say yes, let's make it happen. So I will be very quick in uploading the files, and then I'll tell you that what are the most, effective ways by which you can do. Of course, we have so many professional ways. The first thing is let's upload the file. So first thing, very important, is that you should make sure that do we have any file here in we have two files, index.html and upload.php. Both of them are here. We do not have any index.php. You're gonna make sure that we don't have any file. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, like in order to store the files, we have this method called file put contents. When I say file put contents, which means that if the file is not created, it's gonna create it. So this function will really help you to make your file very quickly. So what name of the file you wanted to keep? So the best way is that you already have your file name, so which is like file, and then you're gonna go and say name. So here you already have the file name. So how about the contents? What kind of contents are you gonna basically put? So you have so many ways. One way is file get contents. So when you say file get contents, you wanted to say like from where you're gonna take the contents. So let's say let me mm, show you. Yeah, I'm gonna take the contents from the file that I have taken from here. So why not I put this here? So I'm just gonna put right here, and I'm gonna just save. So let's run it and see. Okay, first of all, make sure that you do not have any file here as soon as you run it, and then you see it here, and it's not here. So what happens here sometimes when you are directly trying to put the file name there, it doesn't come. So there are so many ways once again. So you write ptm temporary underscore name. Sorry, not here, not here, here. So what we do is the TMP name, so which basically helps us to get the name from, we get the contents from that temporary name, which means that the file maybe, can be redirected. So let's see the folder. So you see we have now HTML index.php here. So that's the file that we did not have it here. So you see how quickly it came here, that I just simply write one line of code, and then this line of code helped me to get the file right here. So there are a lot of ways by which you can, for example, you wanted to make a folder where you wanted to keep a user's information. That's a practical approach. So how are you going to do that? So first of all, you have to make a folder. So how you make a folder? So you have the name of the person. So the method called the mkdirect dir. So let's make it. Maybe the directory has been already made. So I'm gonna first like do like this. So I'm gonna go into the dollar name, which is the username, and dot. I'm gonna put this. Oh, sorry. I would need to have a forward slash, because forward slash tells me to make the folder, right. So here it's gonna make the file, sorry, directory name. If you wanted to see, it is not going to make any directory, but it's going to make the directory name. Okay, so let's say first of all is that one. I'm not gonna equal that. It's gonna be mess. Okay, so now I wanted to make sure if the file is not already there. If the file is already there, that means so I'm not going to make that file, right? So directory here. So if the file is not there, then you make it. If the file is already there, so you should not make it. So let's say I have already said, so I'm going to use this mk directory, and then here I have to give the path name. So when I say dir, so it's going to keep the path exactly in the same folder where you have this upload.php. For example, right now I have upload.php in this program, so the folder will be made here. So I'm not just controlling anything because I have another video on that. So this way it will tell you that exactly where you should keep. So now I have to see that the folder will be created into this folder called program to upload files to server. Okay, so if you're working with MacBook like I am working, so you may encounter certain challenges of permission. So you better, like if you're working with the, you know, Mac, so I would recommend you to write this 0755. So Mac or Linux, any type of, operating system that you're working with, so they are allowing them to have permission. So for example, the first digit like this zero here is telling you the type of file. For example, if you say zero, which means a normal file, which is like a regular file with data, and when you say four here, which means you are making a directory. So we are just making it like 0755, which means honor can seven means honor can allow multiple group permissions to work with or others to work with, so all editable. So you just have to do that. If that's the case, let's say if you are done with this, if you wanted to make a any kind of message for user, the folder is ready. So you have this, or if not, then what you're gonna do? So if here, so you better say else. You say sorry, we could not make the folder. That's the possibility, right? This is one way. So if your folder is made, so it will just the folder is ready, and so we could not make the folder. So this is for this. And how about this? If the directory is already there, so we're gonna say else. We're gonna say the folder already existed. That's just a message. You can write any of the messages. So this is a logic which tells you that if you have something, if you wanted to make folder and you want to keep the data as per the user's name into the directories, that's the way. Okay, so you can keep where exactly you want to keep. So if you wanted to keep this right here, because once the folder is there, and then you wanted to say if, or then you apply like if the user contents are successfully transferred, you put it here, or it's up to you. So I usually keep it outside for your understanding that first the folder is ready, and then we can keep the content. So in here right now, we cannot directly keep that, simple file name, because now we have to move the file into the directory, right? So we have this $dir, which I made here. So it's basically going to say, let's say Abdul Rahman / and then the name of the file. So into that folder, which means that I just made, my file will be transferred. So if you wanted to apply if or something, it's up to you. Like here you come and you say if, and then you put here, and then you say equal. Sorry, there is something. Okay, because we have to make sure that we give everything nicely. Okay, echo. We have transfer file uploaded successfully. You're gonna make that if that's the case. If not, then what you're gonna say, sorry, we could not upload your file. So that's just a message, right? So that looks amazing. You see now here we have file which we received, and then we made the directory and we created the directory if it was not created using mk directory. And then we have a message, and then we have this like file put contents, and then it just helps you to store the contents that you receive from the file into that new file that you are making. And if that's successful, you have a message. If not successful, you have a message, and that's it. So let's run it and see what happens here. So first important thing is to see that we have to, let's say, delete this. So now we do not have any file that is with the folder with this name called Abdurrahman. Let's run it. So the folder is ready, file uploaded successfully. You see the folder is now Abdurrahman here, and then we've got a file here. So you have a data here. And one more important thing is as soon as you upload the file and the folder is already there, and then what you're gonna do. So what you're gonna do is that maybe you have already that folder, and then you wanted to put this also there. It's up to you. So you know what I mean, is that if this does not happen, then where exactly you're gonna make it happen? So you're gonna make it happen here. So the folder is already there, and then you make a file uploaded successfully. It's up to your logic. And one thing should be remember that if you have a folder and the file exactly with the same name, so what's gonna happen is that it's gonna replace the previous file. So let me quickly give you a brief here. Let's say we have this file, and I open that file, and I write here old. So old means that, okay, I have to give a permission. Okay, so old means that this file is something that I have already kept it. So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just refresh it here. So you're gonna see like the folder has already existed. So you go here and then you have a file which is surely that stuff that this did not work. Let me give me a second to see like what's the problem. So yeah, everything is fine. So folder already created. So they put like contents. It should be okay. Give me a second. Hi guys, my bad. I had to just refresh the system. That's one of the reasons that it did not allow me to allow me to upload the file. So you see file uploaded successfully. The folder already existed. So you're gonna see like if really, yes, that's a man. And here you see the old has been gone. If you wanted to make sure that it's gone again, so what you do is that once again you write old and close it and you come back here and upload the file here and you go back and see the old has been gone. So it makes huge sense. So if you've got any question related to this topic, please do not hesitate to talk to me. Thank you so much, guys.